Again, it's wonderful coming to you this lunchtime. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. For the Muslim community, happy Eid to you. Like I said before, we apologize for arriving to you this late. Now, into our bulletin, hundreds of Muslims gathered at the Uganda National Mosque in Old Kampala this morning to mark the Eid al-Adha, one of the holiest, most important holidays on the Islamic calendar. Our reporter Saddam Mubale has more.
Muslims from all walks of life thronged the Uganda National Mosque in Old Kampala to observe Eid al-Adha, one of the holiest days in the Islamic calendar. During his sermon, the Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Ramadan Mubaje, delivered a message of peace and tolerance, condemning those using Islam to commit heinous acts.
Islam is a religion of peace. There is no room for violence, no terrorism in our religion. Those who are doing it at their own, not representing Islam. Islam is a religion of peace. But it's very saddening to hear that every act of terrorism and violence, there is a name, Usman, Suleiman. What happened recently is something which is still in our minds. How are we going to claim that Islam is a religion of peace when some of our people, the same, being caught in acts?
He also cautioned Muslim leaders not to allow politicians to use the pulpit to promote divisive politics.
As we approach the election season, we call upon all Muslims in particular and the Ugandans at large to maintain peace and stability. UMS's places of worship and religious functions should not be used as platforms for campaigning and for divisive politics. Sheikhs and chairpersons at all levels have been cautioned, and there is a saturated place which goes down to the grassroots mosques.
The second deputy Mufti, Sheikh Muhammad Haruna Bukenya, reminded Muslims of the importance of sacrifice during this holy period.
We support the poor, improve lives, and express our gratitude to Allah subhanahu.
Our father Ibrahim alayhi salam. We remember Ismail alayhi salam. And at the same time, we do the sunnah of sacrifice. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability within today and the 3 days following after today to give us the ability to slaughter animals.
Among the congregants was the Sudanese community, who offered heartfelt prayers for peace to return to their conflict-hit homeland.
For leaders of Sudanese keep who fighting, I'm saying to them, stop war, and we are seeking for peace. We are refugees and many countries, so make peace for our country, and we come back to our country peace.
We are so happy, so excited to be part of this big community. Everyone is excited. We're going to go out there and share with our families, slaughter, share with the neighbors, and yeah, very excited.
Saddam Mubale, UBC News, Kampala.
Thank you very much there, Saddam. Now, relatedly, the titular head of the Muslim community in Uganda, Prince Kasimu Nachibinge, also graced the Eid prayers at Kibuli Mosque. Isaka Motengo led the prayers at the mosque.
Allahu Akbar.
Today, as we celebrate Eid al-Adha, I take this opportunity to thank the Almighty Allah who has given us the gift of life, who has enabled us to celebrate Eid al-Adha. We pray that the Almighty Allah accepts our dua and also we join our brothers and sisters who are performing Hajj and seek Allah's indulgence that He accepts their Hajj. In this part of the world, we are very fortunate that we have performed the al-Adha in levels of peace and tranquility, but we should remember our brothers and sisters in different parts of the world, like Gaza, Palestine, Ukraine, and Sudan. We ask all Ugandans that look at your documents and be sure they are valid in January 2026 so that you vote, and we ask you to look and internalize the messages given to you by all the contestants. Listen to them, internalize their message, and when it's time of voting, take a decision from a position of knowledge. Get to know what you want and who will stand for those interests you have. I want to appeal to all Ugandans, especially the youth, that this is an electoral process. They should maintain law and order. There is no need to be violent. There is no need for extremism. Please participate, be calm, stand behind whoever you wish, but let's avoid violence. Let's avoid anything that could disturb the peace of all Ugandans. The electoral process comes and goes. Like I've already said, if there's anything in Uganda not worth dying for, is the elections in Uganda. So please, be calm and accept the outcome of whatever happens.
Now crossing over to Busia, the Muslim community there, like other Muslims, have joined the rest of the world to celebrate their Eid al-Adha at Madivira Playground in Busia municipality. Let's see more in this report.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
That will be led by Ugandans who are action-oriented, who are people-centered, who are solution-centered. Let us not vote for people who are going to come and lie to us. People who are going to come and give us money during elections, but after elections they are going to forget about us. The time is now for young people to take over. In Busia, in Eastern Uganda, and you know I'm coming for any Vice Chairperson's sake, Eastern Uganda, and for Uganda at large. Most importantly, let us remember that Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, our president, is still alive and is still healthy and still young in body and mind. Let us support him, but most importantly, the people of Busia, kudole abandu abecho kuire Busia yefe more money. Asante sana.
Used by politicians in the way that is wrong. Reasonably, they are the energetic, they are the wise, and we take this opportunity to tell all youths in the whole country that during this era of elections, let's not be misused by anyone who is paying us money to abuse politicians, opponents. We take this opportunity to tell youths that during this era of election, we should support wisely. We should support wisely and not engage into any chaos that is going to cause instabilities within our country.
ونمارق مصفوفة العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا.
Now, meanwhile, in Ginger, Sheikh Hussein Boa has criticized the bombing at Munyonyo during Martyrs' Day. He called for good parenting of our children.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah.
We have seen in the last few days a Muslim intending to kill non-Muslims in Munyonyo. That's non-Islam, and you are not sending a message, an Islamic message to people. You are destroying Islam other than building it. So we condemn with a greatest language of that act, that the Islamic family, you need first of all to be disciplined. When you are disciplined, then your children are going to imitate your behavior. And again, call them.
Peace, unity, and cooperation. We should come together as brothers and sisters. We should not consider someone whose belief that I only cooperate with Muslims or Christians or non-believers. This seed should bring us together. And the animals we are going to slaughter, we should distribute them, we should share them with our neighbors. We got it from the grandfather of believers, Abraham alayhi salam, who was going to slaughter his one and only son, Ismail, and Allah replaced Ismail with the sheep.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
Now, it's been a beehive of activities at the city abattoir along Old Port Bear Road as Muslims flocked in to buy animals for Eid al-Adha sacrifices. However, the mood was dampened by a lower buyer turnout and soaring livestock prices.
The Eid al-Adha celebrations have seen a steady stream of Muslim faithful at the city abattoir, with many seeking goats, sheep and cows for ritual sacrifice. Despite the bustle, traders expressed concern over low business activity compared to previous years. The traders say prices for goats and sheep range between 250,000 and 500,000 shillings, making them unaffordable for many.
We have seen there is we went some different places, but this is the one of the big place over here in Kampala, so where people can get easily the goats and cows and whatever they are needed according to their choice and according to their pocket. But nowadays, you know, things are very tough because it's too much expensive. This you can call it's too much expensive, and it's beyond the pocket of the even nowadays the businessman can't afford it.
Whereas Muslim faithfuls continue to turn up, traders note that the increased prices have slowed down purchases, dampening what is usually a busy day for livestock business.
Everything will be okay. Now we bought the one goat. Goats, even this one we have taken is a 400,000 shilling. You know, 400,000 shilling, because every Thursday we take this one even 250, 300. Now we have seen it's very expensive these days is the goats. Even all animals is very expensive.
Crispus Arinitwe, Dennis Sigowa, Ubc News.
And of course, as a national broadcaster, we say to the Muslim community, enjoy yourselves. Now, away from Eid, with the NRM party's internal elections fast approach, the political tempo within the ruling party continues to rise, drawing both seasoned and new contenders into the race. The State Minister for Finance, Planning and Economic Development General Duties, Henry Musasizi, who also serves as the MP for Rwanda County East, is the latest to show interest.
Minister Musasizi emphasized that his return to Parliament is driven by the need to see through key development programs, especially those targeting poverty reduction.
I've been a member of Parliament for nearly 15 years, and since 2021, I've been a member of Cabinet, specifically assigned in the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development. There are a number of things which we think need continuity. We have, for instance, started implementing the tenfold growth strategy of our economy.
Also notable at the nomination center were several veteran NRM figures resurfacing after years of political silence.
For Ruhama main constituency, I've been a 3-time member of parliament at the district level. Now I want to bring all the experience, all the services I've been giving to the district to my constituency of Ruhama. And I know that the people of Ruhama are ready to welcome me as their new member of parliament come this election.
New NRM members have also been seen picking forms expressing their interests, ranging from LC5 to member of parliament.
I'm expressing my interest to stand as a member of parliament for Rushenyi constituency in Ntungamo district. You see, Rushenyi is one of the rich constituency in this country, but it needs a useful person, someone who is young and energetic, so that he can push our resources. For example, when we talk of the youth, there is a lot of unemployment, and yet we have a lot of resources in our constituency.
Canon Professor Wilba Maisa Ahebwa, aspiring for MP Nakaseke North on NRM ticket. Today we have picked the nomination forms, which is a clear indication that we are rolling into the race. So we call upon all our supporters.
Today we came to the NRM Secretariat to pick nomination forms, and we can confirm that we have picked them. We're going to fill these forms and return them back. I am here to confirm that I am in the race, and I am coming for the NRM flag bearer election come 16th July. As an MP for Isinjo South, I want to take this opportunity to thank all members of NRM who have managed to come to pick their nomination, to come and pick their forms for nomination. And I know that we have chosen President Museveni as our president, as our sole candidate for NRM. I urge all the people of Isinjo South that this is the time for change.
Aspiring Member of Parliament, Chibanda South, constituency Kiliandongo district. Today the exercise went on well. We picked the nomination forms, and that is the first step towards our struggle in the forthcoming elections.
However, the NRM Electoral Commission chairperson, Dr. Tango Doi, issued a strong caution to aspirants, warning against acts of forgery and impersonation during the nomination process.
Independent in our activities and thinking. We set the guidelines which was approved by SEC, and we are following it to the dot. You are not a member of NRM, you will be gotten out of the system. We are using the system. You have to first prove your NRM before we give you our forms. If you forge it in NASA Road, our system will detect and we shall get you and apprehend.
Nahabwe Charity, UBC News.
And as we wind up our bulletin with the health sector, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Education and Sports has urged proprietors of health education institutions to embrace the TVET Act 2025 with its full guidance of the sector. The Act made significant changes in the education sector with the purpose of enhancing quality through improved supervision.
The ongoing sensitization of stakeholders in the health education sector about the new Technical Vocation and Education Training Act TVET intends to minimize collusion between concerned parties.
The other day I had someone ask, we have been with the Uganda Nurses and Midwives Council, we've been with the Allied Health Professionals Councils, are we now moving away? I think the essence of it all is that the law provides for that very well. There will not be any challenges at all. It is clear that if you are already registered with the Uganda Nurses and Midwives Council or with the Uganda Allied Health Professionals Council, your registration stands.
The law merges all health professionals assessment bodies into one body, which is Uganda Health Professional Assessment Board, which is responsible to the development of a common curriculum.
These include the development of health-related TVET training packages and curricula, identifying the needs of the labor market for occupational competencies, and promoting on-the-job training and assessment in industry. It is now doing more than it has been doing, which has been just assessment. The board will work with the employers of the TVET Council to ensure that the trainees acquire skills that match the health sector labor force demands.
The law streamlines the management of administration of private health education institutions through establishing standards determined by the government.
I don't know how this new board will, how do we get the assurance that we are going to have a one coordinated voice in other policies that are going to be made, because after this meeting, a new thing is going to come up.
So you'll be accredited as an institution, but the institution, you also accredit programs. So don't come and say, we finished accreditation, we do it at once. No. You're accredited as an institution, then you also, every program you want to run will be accredited on its own merits. You design programs, they consult, and you see what is missing, then you go to the council for accreditation.
The exorbitant fee charges are among the stringent measures established by the law through TVET Council, and any deviate institutions is to lose the license.
All assessment fees will be collected by the training institutions and transferred in one installment of WUPAB account on behalf of the trainees by the institution.
The new body, which is Uganda Health Professional Assessment Board, is responsible for allied institutions and those of nurses and midwives. The engagement by the Ministry of Education and Sports with the proprietors of health education institutions is expected to create awareness and improve on the informed decision-making. Komagum Rogers and Abdul Nasir Luwama for UBC.
That's all we had time for. Thank you once again for allowing us into your lunchtime space. My name is Patricia Lukoma. Let's meet again at 8 and 10. Good afternoon.
Of June annually in Uganda. On this day, we commemorate the sacrifices made during the Bush War of 1981-1986, which played a crucial role in shaping Uganda's political landscape. It is a time to remember and acknowledge the struggles and achievements of those who fought for independence, peace, and